Hi, I'm Stephanie,
And I'm Katie.
and this is the Reading Nook Magic Podcast.
Today we will be talking about Crescent City's series' second book, House of Sky and Breath. Sarah J. Maas.
Yay! All right, so jumping on in. So we have Goodreads has it as a 4.44 stars, 670,000 reviews. Nope, ratings. 670,000 ratings and 74,000 reviews. What do you got? What's your rating?
Honestly, I didn't even think of that. I think I'm loving this series more and more, similarly to the other ones as we talk about it again. I want to read it again. So I'm increasing my rating from the last book, which I think I said like 4.25. I'm going to go with a 4.3.
4.3. Okay. Yeah, low fours. I don't know.
Low fours. Yeah, no, not 4.5 and above.
Definitely not below 4 either.
No.
Like yeah.
We have a lot of clarity on the rating.
I was so, like, the prep for just jumping into talking about it completely dismantled the concept for needing, like, a rating on it.
True.
I don't know. Because we take her so seriously.
Yeah. And it's a very, very dense storyline.
It's so complicated. I definitely don't know all the things that are happening.
The story, like the world, the war, and all of the players and the specifics. I mean, I don't know if my feeble little brain wrapped its head around the whole thing. It does remind me of my brother talking about like a little bit of his sci-fi books.
Yeah.
How it's just so complex. And yeah, I mean, I actually feel like us prepping to talk about this made me realize how much I truly did miss.
Because you only read this once,
I've only
right?
read it once. So, I mean, my brain did not retain all of that. Definitely not.
See, I didn't read them. I only did the audiobooks, and I
Both
did them
times?
twice. Yeah. Well, yeah, because I couldn't even get started on the first book.
Right.
And then I just did the audiobooks. And then when I was like, wanted to remember, because I'd read it so long ago, I did the audiobooks again just because I was like, well, I've already read it. I already know. Let me just like do it at like a fast speed. I think it was like 1.5 or something like that. And I got through them really fast. And yeah, hit things that I missed. And then when we were doing this, I was like, there's so much more to it that I'm sure that I'm even still missing.
Yeah,
That if we read it again.
Yeah, I feel like you need to read it like 3-4 times, which is maybe one of the reasons why it's not. I mean, it's a pretty high rating, but it's not so high. Again, we talk just in general, everyone. I just think that they're very big, they're very long.
Yeah,
it's a lot. But the caveat to that is, like we said in the last episode, I'm not really sure what I would cut because I don't necessarily think that there's anything that I'm like, oh, that wasn't necessary. Oh, we don't need to know. Or I hated it. I didn't hate any of it.
Yeah. There wasn't like redundancies and other stuff.
No.
But it's just so much. Yeah, we're
It's just intense.
798 pages.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So that's a lot of book.
It is. It is. I do remember the tone and the feel and how the book made me intrigued, right? Like I don't remember all the details of all the rebel groups and all the things and the suits and whatever.
Because that's not why we read it, right? Especially coming out of the Akatar series, which I think that was the same for you too.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, because we came out of that craving more SJM. Like whatever she's selling, we want it.
Right.
We're not in it for the sci-fi. We're in it for, the what are we in it for?
The feel. Well, especially at the point when I read it, I was definitely 1000% just looking for the feels at the time.
Okay.
I feel like now I could maybe appreciate
now that we're expanding our horizons in different books and seeing different authors and realizing that like what we have here is special, we can appreciate all that she does pour into these books.
It's
instead
intense.
of being like, it's not Akatar,
Which, like, I'm realizing we have a bit of, like, maybe an unhealthy obsession. I mean, maybe we won't say the word unhealthy. We're just obsessed.
I don't care.
So my initial reactions to the book, it's not Alcatar. And so I was like, meh.
For me, I can, Bleh.
Don't worry, I'm good enough to have a blooper reel now, so we're gonna have that.
My reactions to her are, like, it was so dense and there's so many intermixed components with what happened 15,000 years ago when the Asteri came, and there's just it's so complicated that I don't understand all the things, which drives me crazy, but I can picture every single person. I know what's happening. It's happening in a movie in my mind. Like, she's just, like, she's so talented in creating the vision. Mm-hmm. And, like, I love her for that, because it's like, I know what Ruhn looks like. Very happy with the way Ruhn looks, you know?
We are very happy with her.
I love him.
Love you, Ruhn.
So we'll just jump into the characters?
Yeah. So we touched on this a bit in the last episode. Hunt and Bryce.
Ugh.
The slow burn, again, felt artificial and not necessary, especially in this book when we come
You're waiting for the solstice? Like,
but they're mates. So it's even less realistic to me that this, use your words carefully, this sexually liberated female is waiting for him when he's kind. I mean, he bothers her, but whatever, in like a very third grade, I'm going to kick you in the shins kind of way, right? He's hot. He's respectful. He's her partner. They've bonded over like friendship. And she is, again, sexually liberated with, let's say, and then you find out they're mates, and we all know what it is to be a true fated fae mate. Like, we know that his scent is driving her crazy. We know hers is doing it to him. Like, come on, there's no freaking way they waited that long. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry. It's just, I mean, I have to buy it. It's what happened, but I just...
Yeah. But the flipping the pages. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like,
I was so pissed. I mean, again, this is back to the other book. But like, what?
When you walked into the office that one day and you're like, what was it? Were you done?
I just finished the first one, and I was like...
You're like, nothing! Are you kidding me? Why didn't you warn me? It's like, there's more to these books than that.
Not at the time there wasn't. I was like, what the... But, you know, turns out that I was way more excited about another connection, an Agent Day and Night, and that was way more interesting to me and way more captivating and intriguing and all of that, for sure. That was just a more exciting storyline for me.
Yeah. It's interesting when it happens to veer towards the secondary characters being like the craved love interest.
Yeah, just like One Dark Window, we said the same thing.
Yeah.
We were like, you know, Elm and Ione or whatever. And, you know, it's just interesting. So Ruhn, like, let's talk about Ruhn. So good old Ruhn.
He's my favorite.
He's definitely my favorite
Is
as
he?
well. Yeah, he really is. And not at first. At first I was like, actually
Not
not
in
really.
the first book.
No, it's not really a fan because I'm very
annoying
close
big
with
brother.
very close to my brothers, and we fight a lot. Like a lot, actually. Ironically, my brothers and I were fighting about... I didn't tell you this, but we were fighting about this today because, like, we're filming at a family house, and my brother's like, we're coming over, like, at my parents', like, we're filming in their house. So they're like, we're coming over, and I'm like, you can't come over. I'm filming with Stephanie. And he's like, it's not your house. And I'm like, okay, but, like, it's on the calendar. We're filming today. And he was like, too bad. And we got to, like, this huge fight about this.
Oops.
Like, literally, we was like, I'm not going to go on vacation. I know, it's dramatic. But
You
my
said
point,
you weren't going
yeah,
to.
I don't know if we're going to cut this or not. But my point being is that, like, I fight with my brothers a lot. I understand the brother-sister dynamic thoroughly. I have 3 brothers. Like, I get it. But I didn't really like him in the beginning in the relationship with her because I was like, how could they be so estranged? Like, I understand that people have different family dynamics and, like, I can't relate to that maybe. But, I mean, I fought pretty hard with my brothers. Like enough that it's more than other people are. It's more than the reasons other people have shared with me of why they're estranged from their siblings. Mm. And we just, like, brush it off and carry on, and we're still, like, so tight. So I just, I didn't really like that, but he definitely grows on you, and you realize that he does really love Bryce.
Mm-hmm. Like every other relationship, the Bryce and whoever character is so deep and complicated, and there's so much we don't know and constantly uncovering. And yeah, there is it's super messy and complicated, but love them.
I love Ruhn's relationship with his friends. It's super fun. His roommates, Declan, Flynn.
Yeah.
And then Ithan ends up moving in with them.
Yeah.
It's
Frat
just
house.
it's such a bromance situation with all of them. She did a really good job of that, similarly to like how she described the pack, and she does a really good job of making like the friendship feel like describing
And them
that
all being so important that none of them better die. Like,
right across the board.
Yeah.
All of the friendships. It's not just the romantic relationships. You're so similar to Rhys, Cassian, and Azriel.
So touching on the friendships, we should talk about Danika. Mm-hmm. And, you know, if they were so close and such best friends, how did she keep so many secrets from her that, like, every few pages there's a new one, there's something super complicated? Like, how is that?
I don't know. I'm going to ask you, because I feel like if anyone in this friendship would keep the secrets, it would be you.
I guess
Of the two?
I'm not arguing. No, I'm not arguing, because you're more than an open book. Like, you are cut open and everything is on display. All things, everything. And, you know, and I've tried to see what that's like and do it, and I can't. And then I have to go silent, and I'm like, no, because I can't talk about this stuff. I can't give it power. So it's not about keeping secrets. It's just about not needing to say it out loud. Because I don't know if it's just not that important, or I don't want to dissect it that way. Maybe they are secrets. I don't know.
Well,
I wasn't ready for this conversation.
Yeah, I know.
So this is like, I could unpack this and be like, is that what I'm doing? But I feel like
or is it just not the right time to tell me? Or like, it's not, you know what I mean? Because I'm like wondering, like, how did Danika...
because we unpack everything all the time, because we're on this mission of really just getting to the bottom of things that have bothered us our whole lives, and we want to heal, we want to be better, we want to move past the things that have been our hindrances. That's like, I feel like that's what we do. Like, we're each other's like psychiatrists, but sometimes I feel better like not talking about the things and just like letting life happen and going with the flow. And like, maybe this is something I don't have to unpack. Maybe this isn't as deep as I'm going to make it by talking about it.
Right.
Like, I don't need to talk about it 6 ways. Like, this is just going to be, we're just going to put that on the back burner and like let whatever happen. And yeah, it's not intended to be a secret, just not necessary to give it the spotlight.
Right.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I need to like swirl that around, because
I wasn't expecting to say that either, but I was just thinking, like, I don't know, because I, like, she just described me, like, I'm just like this open book. So like, for Danika to have all of these secrets from her, I mean, I started thinking, how could they be that close? But it's very obvious that they are like close.
They really are. There's that love that's like deeper than true. It's like the same as a mate love.
We've said it before. Like, your soulmate can be your friends, and I think that they're both mated or whatever. But please, the bond between those two is exponentially stronger than whatever fairy stuff's going on between them and their men.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just can't even comprehend like keeping that. I mean, I guess there's like a higher purpose, and she has this sense of making a difference. But how could she keep that all from her? And Bryce is so hurt by that.
I know.
I don't know if I'd be hurt if I knew it was like for a reason. I just like almost can't even believe you could keep that many secrets from me. Like, I would be like, is that even believable? Like, how the hell could you do that with someone who you're with every single day?
Yeah, I don't know if we can really attach logic to it, because we wouldn't have a story without it. And I really think that's more about what it is. Unless Danika really just knows like all of the components are related to Bryce. So the more she knows, and if she's open about it, that like, because the Asteri have their eyes and ears and cameras and all the things.
That she would be a target, actually.
She was like essentially protecting her to keep her from, being a target. Yeah. That's good. I don't know.
That's probably why. Look at that. Definitely a shock factor for it, but it was good, clearly, where we just spent 15 minutes talking about it. Characters. Okay, Tharion is like Riddick for me.
Yeah.
Of Tharion, he's like Carrion in, am I saying it right? Carrion in Quicksilver.
You're getting better.
I'm getting better. I'm making progress. Yeah, he's just such a fuck up. And I love him.
Yeah.
Because he's clearly good. And he means well. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
But endearing.
Constantly poking the hornet's nest.
Yes. Flirt, but funny, and just cannot keep himself out of trouble.
Yeah, at every turn.
I kind of feel bad for him. Like, he goes from being subservient to the River Queen and basically her daughter's little... I don't even know. That was so bizarre. I felt bad for her for a second, but I was like, maybe not. It's like just little princess girl.
Spoiled princess.
Yeah, I want your attention.
I get what I want.
Yeah, like she didn't really, like, there was no depth to that desire, I don't think.
No.
But then he sells himself to the Viper Queen.
She's fascinating.
Yeah, she's intense. I really appreciate that, like, comedic relief. I don't know if he's supposed, I mean, he must be supposed to be, but like, I don't know if he's
Must be supposed to be.
It must be supposed to be. I don't know if he's as funny as, I don't know if everyone thinks he's as funny as I do, but I just find everything he said just fucking hilarious.
He's not laugh out loud fun.
Oh,
laugh out loud funny. He's inappropriate, like a banter, comedic relief. Yeah, I don't know that I was actually laughing.
Oh no, I find like inappropriate banter like hilarious.
You're like, oh, Tharion, there you go again.
Yeah, well, we won't unpack those problems that I have.
That's for another day.
Yeah, it's for the next therapy session, which is this is starting to feel more like a therapy session. Ethan. He's so sweet, and he's
The little brother.
I know, and oh my God,
Bryce.
imagine like the pain to know that your sibling is essentially being imprisoned in limbo after death, and like finding out again everything that they believed, all these comforting lies about the afterlife and the bone quarter and what all that is. That was I talked about this before. I appreciated the bone quarter so much, and like just talking about death in such an abstract way, and that was a really big shock to me. It's probably what I definitely remember the most, because it like hit me. I was like, that is such a violation. Such a violation, because they're offering themselves to go across the boat or whatever the hell they do for the burial, to go to the bone quarter. I mean, I don't know if they have a choice, but like they want it, right? Bryce gives up her chance to go.
Yeah.
Like it's an honor or something. In reality, you're literally just becoming food for these like parasites.
Yeah, that's just gave me like Matrix vibes.
Yes.
Like the whole world, not just the bone quarter, but the whole entire thing. Like they've been fed these lies for so many years, and they have no idea.
None. And
That
yeah, it was like really actually super disturbing. Speaking of the Matrix, like that kind of, I don't know, it's scary because like, yeah, are we? Like, I don't know. Like, are we in the Matrix? Is all this real? That comes back to what we've talked about before with like magic, right? Everyone's like, magic's not real. Da 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 da. Okay, but like, is it not? Or are we being lied to? Is this a figment of our imagination? Are we dreaming in a pod somewhere? Are we in the bone quarter? What is happening? Send help. SOS. I'm freaking out, guys.
down the rabbit hole.
Freaking me out, man.
TBD. All right, back to Ithan.
Yeah.
Little bro loves Bryce.
Little weird that he loves Bryce in a romantic way. Like, I guess it's a little brother thing.
I mean, it's little brother thing to her because of Connor. But
Yeah, but like, I can't see like, so again, I have 3 brothers. I can't see why one brother liking, like, in a romantic way, the same woman that the other brother liked.
No, it's weird.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. That was like a thing that popped up that I was like, didn't really need that.
Yeah, no. Right? It was like a little weird. Like, why has he got to love her like that? Why you gotta make it weird, Ethan?
Come on.
Okay, we're going down the rabbit hole again because like Ethan and the whole mystic astronomer water pod time travel thing is absolutely disturbing and creepy. And yeah, there's a lot of like parasitic stuff going on in this book, right? Like, do they know what they're agreeing to when they agree to that? Do they really understand? And
But they wanted to go back, right? The ones that they
have taken out, but
because they're brainwashed,
right?
Like,
do they really like being submerged underwater
and then being sent to like hell and attacked by demons, or
right,
like
a supposed demons?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not now. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. There's a lot of like sick ideas that parallel life. I don't know. To me, like, do we want to work in a cubicle for our whole lives and feed the machine?
Yeah, but then we walk out of the cubicle and we see like the scary world. No, no, let's
Let me go back. I want to
place.
go back.
Yeah.
I want to go back and go underwater and be submerged and just be used to feed the rich people on the top or whoever, whatever, or just feed society and be the little worker bee that you are. And listen, I want to be very clear here. I don't want to insult anyone that's happy with like a traditional 9-to-5 or an honorable career or whatever. I'm just saying that like there's a place for everything, and people find, like, my parents are a nurse and electrician. They seem very content with the life that they've created. And I'm not like saying anything weird about that. I just think that I have 2 kids in public schools, and I feel like we're being conditioned from a very young age to do that, to just hook up to whatever section, are you in the meat market? Are you in the astronomy? Just like you set up, prepare to be there, and then just do your part. And like, I just like don't vibe with that.
That's a whole other rabbit hole that is, yes, I'm not prepared for a conversation on that, but that could go so deep.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Man, I took my Adderall today. So the subplot of like Sofie and Emile, the whole Thunderbird legacy. Sofie was such an interesting character. We didn't get enough of her, I feel like, at all. I think the whole internet agrees that we want more Sofie.
Yeah.
We got a taste of this like absolute badass sacrificing herself, freeing all these children, which to me, I'm just like, I mean, everyone loves kids, but I'm in particularly very, very much my Achilles heel. Like, I'm always so moved by those scenes in movies and books where like there's just vulnerable innocence being protected, and then you just lose her. She just gets drowned. Okay, so it's all words that I can't say. Yeah, so Sofie's so fierce, and it's just like a tragic, really quick arc, right? It's like awesome, badass. She has a lover. She sacrifices everything. Dies.
It's the pack dying part too.
Right. Immediate connection to her. Love her. Want more. So excited to meet her. Dead. Damn, Sarah. Damn. But it was interesting, the plot twist of Emile, everyone thinking him being so valuable and that he's a Thunderbird. I mean, what a smart thing to do for an older sister. Again, vibing on the brother vibes in this, to make him be the valuable one so that he slides under the radar. I mean, such an honorable thing to do. I mean, she's just a really dope character.
Yeah, so complicated too, how she was able to, like, in the midst of dying and drowning, makes it seem like he was the one that unleashed the power, to like save them and get them to the ship on time and everything like that. There was just so much involved with that she just fought to the very end. Yeah,
literally her last breath, like, not to be cliche, but yeah, it was impressive.
I don't think she could breathe.
Oh my God. Oh, speaking of complex, dangerous, but fascinating characters.
My girl.
One of my favorite characters ever. How crazy.
Like, in the history of reading.
I mean, maybe, like, I'd say top 20 in all, like, in terms of, like, being complex and, like, human nature and not expecting that and, like, thinking about the character. And not just reading, I mean movies and TV, too. It's just, like, I don't know if I ever had to sit and think about how could someone ever manage to accomplish what that person accomplished, to find out that she could live those 2 lives in such an intense and effective way. She is so notorious as the Hind. Everyone is terrified of her. She's ruthless. She kills and tortures people. Like, she actually does it. I had zero idea that she was somehow 2 different people.
That was such a shock.
And then she's also so pivotal in her place in the rebellion, right? So it's not just like she's super important to one side. She's on both sides of the coin. Like,
and like immensely.
Immensely. How the hell?
I don't know. Imagine operating like that.
No. I mean, I've always been fascinated by undercover cops and, moles and people that are a leak of information.
I would suck at that job.
I don't think I could do it. Actually, I definitely know I couldn't do it. It's like,
Open book.
dead. I can't lie to you. I'm sorry. Like, we don't care. You're dead. Yeah, I don't know. It's just incredible. Such a twist.
A great twist.
So great. And then you got to think about Ruhn and like the romantic piece of it and like how that must feel for him, right? Because it's like, she's not being dishonest because she's, she's
the opposite. She's being honest. Like she
couldn't tell him.
Couldn't tell him who she was, but he very much knew that she was acting this role and was very important in that other role.
But I feel like he reacted a little poorly when he found out who she was and like,
because she played her role so well.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like, that made me really sad for her. I was like, Jesus Christ, this woman gave up her life for the cause. Has a little bit of a light of hope, of love or something.
She didn't really do it for the cause, but that's also something we learn later.
Well, yeah. Whatever. I mean, whatever. She gives up her life for what she's doing.
Yeah.
And then to be hated for it. It's like, yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I'm not going to get political, but like when you think about like those old movies from the 70s and like, people were against the war and that's fine. And I'm not saying anything on that, but I'm speaking to like how veterans were treated when they came home. It's like, Jesus Christ, like they just, first of all, there was a draft, like, so don't even get me started. That's a whole nother rabbit hole of like real life shit. It's like, they didn't really have a choice to go. And even if they did, they were doing something that they believed was honorable and they sacrificed so much regardless.
Yeah.
With good intention. How dare you like treat them like shit? And it's just like, it's just so hard. Like the martyr thing, like she's a true martyr. Mm-hmm. It's like hard to, I love her. Right?
That was a good point. That was good.
Thanks. Lydia and Ruhn.
Day and night.
Yeah, day and night. We just said we love Ruhn. We end up loving him and his personality, and we clearly are obsessed with her. And then their story as well. Again, we've kind of bashed Bryson on and like, but the psychic sex, I really appreciate it.
Took you to a new level.
It did. I was like, okay. Well, first of all, are they like dream?
I don't know if it can be explained in that. I think we're talking dimensions at this point because no, they're not conscious, but like they're aware, like lucid dreaming, I guess.
Yeah.
Essentially. So I would.
Because how sometimes in Blood and Ash, they actually are walking into each other's dreams. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember. I actually remember something.
Yeah, I was just curious. Like, whatever. Regardless, it's spicy.
Yeah, because like they're I don't know. Like, because they're sleeping, and when they wake up, they're actually pulled from the dream, right? Like when
Pollock's
partner, when he wakes her up to do things like
violently and disgustingly.
Yeah, she can't stay there. So I guess
it almost felt like she couldn't, like he would know. It also kind of felt like she pulled away so fast that like he would know that that Ruhn was there.
Yeah.
Right? It was almost like, get out.
Because they could smell each other.
Yeah.
So could Pollux?
I think probably yes. I mean, that's what I got from it at least. Because why would she pull away so abruptly if it was just a dream?
Yeah. Interesting.
Gonna talk about Ruhn again. I'm gonna talk about Ruhn and how I feel bad for him that like the Star Sword isn't for him, basically.
He only has like a little bit of power.
Like, sorry, dude. I feel bad for you. Like, another twist of Emile being adopted by her parents was really nice and refreshing.
That's so fun.
Yeah, that was like a feel-good moment.
That was another Bryce secret that she kept from us and from Hunt.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't she tell Hunt?
How do we not know if we're in her brain?
So we said the Viper Queen's like a super interesting character. And her ability to negotiate and like achieve what she wants is fascinating. Imagine she was in real estate.
No, she would kill it. I can't believe you just talked about real estate. No, but truly, like,
so now this is a tax write-off, right? You're talking about real estate.
I wrote it off today.
Good.
I wrote off Final Cut Pro.
Did you?
I did. I didn't write off any of this, but I wrote off.
Oh, I think I wrote off the camera.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I could have
Because
wrote
that
off
was
the mic then.
2023, technically. Nope, 2024. That was 2024. I don't know what year it is. We're in the Matrix. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, how she tricked Ithan into fighting
Yes.
for their freedom to the death, and it ended up being for the heir, right? Like,
She's a powerful character.
yeah.
I mean, I don't like her, but I do.
Yeah, I don't hate her. She's like a necessary evil to the story. Like, I hate Sabine. I don't hate the Viper Queen. Like, she's fascinating.
Yeah, she plays her role, right? Like she's ruling over the meat market, right? Like, I mean, maybe you don't need the meat market, but maybe you do. Like, maybe we do need those bad areas. Maybe that's just the nature of
Society.
creation, right?
Yeah.
We have the light and the dark and the yin and the yang, and it's going to exist regardless. So, like, someone has to be tasked to oversee that. And how are you going to be tasked to oversee that if you don't have a little to you, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to. Like, imagine someone's like, Steph, go rule the meat market.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
No. That would fail. I'd be killed in 5 seconds.
Like, we're eating her. Queen meat.
Yeah.
So anyway, there are so many twists and turns. Like, we didn't even, I feel like, scratch the surface in terms
I think
of like,
it's too complicated to even be able to hit all the points.
yeah, unless you're doing like a very in-depth book review, which I'm sure our other friends out there are doing their deep dives chapter by chapter. That is amazing. And we'll leave them
like
to
our
their
psychological rabbit holes.
their niche. Thank you for doing that, because we cannot. But my favorite like big reveal or twist or whatever was Bryce transporting to the other world, the world I was frantically searching for as I flipped the pages. So like, what a treat to be able to go there.
Yes. Little hit.
And I didn't know.
Mini hit.
It's kind of like I went to go see. Do you watch Spider-Man? Okay. Well, Spider-Man spoiler. So there's the Tobey Maguire one, and then the Andrew Garfield one, and then the Tom Holland one. They've all, like, in the past 20 years been Spider-Man. So I've watched them all because I love whatever. I love that shit. Anyway, so we go see the new Spider-Man movie, and like all 3 Spider-Mans it's a multiverse. So like Tom Holland's there, and then Andrew Garfield comes out, and then Tobey Maguire comes out, and I was the only one in the theater that didn't know. And I was like, what? Oh my God.
Like, you didn't see a trailer?
I didn't watch a trip.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch trailers. I don't read reviews because I like to experience it the first time. So I'm like freaking out in the movie theater, and everyone's looking at me like, you weirdo. Like, we all knew this. It was all over the news. And I'm like, I had no idea. And it was so exciting. So similarly, I had no idea that we were going to revisit them in this. So like, when it happened, I was like, what? Yes, Reese, you're there. Yes, I love you. Yeah, so that was just really exciting for me. Like, it brought me, I'm like, my eyes are watering. It brought me like a lot of joy.
Needed it.
That's why I don't read reviews, because I like feeling, I really want to be
I
surprised.
don't really read reviews either.
No?
I don't care about spoilers, but I don't read the reviews before I pick a book.
No.
I think if it's just recommended enough, like with comparisons, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Or if I just like the cover.
Can't always judge a book by its cover, especially in this genre, because they are all starting to look the same.
Yeah, I can't tell the difference anymore. A lot to choose from. Like, there's so many now. I feel like we almost have to go on ratings, not reviews, but ratings, to be able to choose what to read next.
It's amazing. I guess, like, until you step into the world of books, or like even like hyper focus on one specific genre, you realize like, oh my God, so many people have so many awesome ideas. And obviously sometimes it can get redundant when people try to like replicate or
When you're kind of jumping on a bandwagon.
yeah, like imitate a little bit too much, but there's so many to choose from. It's exciting because it's like, I'm not done. I'm not maxed out yet. I got a lot more gas in the tank.
Yeah, just got to get through the current book.
Yeah. We're on a Dewey DNF on book 2 of a pretty popular series. I don't want to say it yet because we don't know if we're going to DNF it, and we don't know if we don't. And
I promised myself I was not going to force myself to read books that I didn't enjoy anymore. Maybe I have to get to the halfway point. I'm not even at the halfway point, and I don't want to finish it.
Well, I can let you know I'm at the halfway point, and I'm planning on finishing it maybe even tonight just to be done with it, because I'm kind of like really wanting to read Bane Witch. So